Welcome to SociologyVibes, where we simplify challenging ideas into easy to understand insights. Today, our focus is on the explanation of intergenerational and intragenerational social mobility in society. Social mobility refers to a person's ability to move up or down the social class ladder. Some people improve their financial and social status over time and experience upward social mobility, while others experience setbacks that make them lose wealth or prestige, resulting in downward social mobility. These ideas were studied by sociologist Bertrand Sorokin, who introduced the concept of social mobility, and sociologist Pierre Bourdieu, who explored how family background impacts differences between social classes. Intergenerational mobility occurs as adult children achieve different levels of social mobility compared to their parents, while intragenerational mobility refers to the changes in social class status within a person's lifetime. In the United States, social mobility is more likely to occur within the middle and lower classes due to educational attainment, and intragenerational mobility can be observed when adult children experience upward social mobility. Different variations of this also occur due to economic, health, and disability factors. Adult children can face downward intergenerational mobility, and this can be seen when adult children boomerang or move back in with their parents, or when adult children experience a debilitating physical or mental health condition that prevents them from participating in the workplace. Societal structural changes in the economy can also impact large groups of older workers who experience downward social mobility and have to rely on their children during their retirement years. Intergenerational mobility shows how opportunities, education, and social changes affect family success over time, while intragenerational social mobility demonstrates how people's lives can take different trajectories that shift their social class standing. For example, a person starts working as a cashier, but works their way up to become a store manager and eventually a company executive. A wealthy entrepreneur loses their business, files for bankruptcy, and takes a low-paying job. Some people experience greater social mobility than others. Social factors that influence social mobility can include access to higher education, family background, societal, economic conditions, and our own social networks. We should note that among siblings, cross-class social mobility is another variation of intergenerational mobility. Intergenerational and intragenerational social mobility helps us to see how family background, personal choices, and societal social factors shape social mobility. Opportunities are also impacted by the levels of privilege or discrimination various groups of people experience. For example, among siblings, daughters might be encouraged to choose female-dominated occupations, and likewise, sons might be steered toward male-dominated occupations that consequently result in different opportunities, incomes, and wealth. Still, for many families, there is no to very little social mobility between generations. And this is because children tend to follow in their parents' footsteps when it comes to career choices and employment opportunities. As we said earlier, when intergenerational social mobility occurs in lower and middle social classes, it's more often due to educational attainment. Studying intergenerational social mobility and intragenerational mobility gives us a sociological understanding of the many social factors that influence our lives, including cultural expectations, that children always do a little better than their parents. This cultural expectation has been challenged as young adults are finding it much more difficult to enjoy the economic opportunities that their parents had when they were their age. And that makes sociology worth exploring further, don't you think? Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment below with your thoughts, questions, or any topics you'd like us to explore next. Let's keep the conversation going and our community growing. See you in the next Sociology Vibes video.